So what's the point of making a year-end resolution when you know you're gonna fail ultimately? When deep in your heart you know that you're not gonna achieve the goals that you set for next year. What's the point, right? In fact, I think 5 years ago I already stopped making year-end resolution. Yeah, because even before the year start, I know I will fail. And but you know, in 2026 I'm gonna do things a little bit differently, because I feel that I've been doing it wrong lah. You see, last time I used to make year-end resolution, those really big goals, big milestones, big dreams, you know, things like I'm gonna save up $50,000 for that year, or I'm gonna live healthily and have six-pack, right? I'm gonna forgo all junk food. That kind of big milestone, you know. So of course it tends to fail, because these are big milestones. These are the end game. That I think one of the mistakes also I made is thinking that these goals are gonna be easy to meet, right? So I have this illusion. Actually, these are being delusional, no? Thinking that it's easy. No, right? Being healthy is actually difficult. Saving up is actually really difficult, right? And if you're going to set goals like this for the year, you're bound to fail, because it takes planning, thoughts, a lot of things to make sure it works, right? So yeah, I admit lah, I've been doing it wrong. My year-end resolution this time round will be slightly different. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm going to reframe my year-end resolution totally, right? Instead of big dreams, big goal, and big milestone, I'm going to break it down, right? Break it down into simpler, easy to achieve, right? Realistic goals that I can meet, right? So that it brings me a step closer to my end game. So for example, if you set your goal to go to the gym once a week, right? At the start, no problem one, very on. It's only after 1-2 months when you try to sustain it, become difficult. No? So one slight mistake, you miss 1 week, that's it already. There goes your plan, there goes your resolution. Because you think to yourself, I didn't miss one, that means I didn't fulfill my goal of once a week, then give up, lor. Right? That's how we all fail in our resolution. We set big goals like this. Now, what happens if you scale it down, break it into smaller pieces that's actually achievable, right? So that's what I'm going to do to reframe my goals to be easily achievable and smaller milestone, right? So I list down actually a few categories that I want to improve, right, for myself in 2026. Right? You can write down yours, right? We can try to achieve this together. No need to be big goals, right? That's useless, because that's bound to fail. We break it down, right? First one, productivity. I want to wake up earlier, right? Not as in like early, as in like earlier than my usual routine, right? So right now I tend to snooze for 5-10 minutes, then I wake up. I don't want, right? I want maybe 10 minutes earlier than my usual routine. So right now I wake up about 4:45, maybe 4:30 I wake up already. No snooze, 15 minutes earlier than my usual routine. This allow me time to slowly wake my body up, no rush, no stress, because that will set the tone for the rest of the day, right? And then slowly bathe, enjoy the morning, morning air, and just slowly ease myself into the morning shift. That's what I'm gonna do. Second thing, for productivity, when I wake up, no phones, right? I have a tendency wake up, I check my social to see my analytics on the YouTube, on IG and all this. I think it's very bad, because if I receive a negative comment, for example, it set my tone for the whole day. What for, right? I want to be in the presence of myself, not in the other people's world. So no phones in the morning and in the evening, right? So that's my goal, right? Is it achievable? I think can lah. Just put down the phone in the morning. Do something else, like just be in tune with my body, right? Especially in the morning, right? So that's for productivity. The next will be health, right? I'm sure you know lah, my weakness is not food. Food I can still handle pretty well, right? Not 100%, pretty well. But the problem is my weakness is my exercises, right? I look at my belly, yes, it's flatter than last year, yes, but flabby. That means what? There's no strength, no core muscle, right? I'm weak in my muscle, so I want to train that up. I can feel my knees are starting a little bit weaker, right? Sometimes I tend to like kind of lose balance a little bit here and there. So I feel weakness in my knee, in my joints, and my back is getting better because of this squat actually. So I want to strengthen my front, right? So, but I know if I say I want to go gym, sure fail one, right? I also know if I set my goal things like I want to exercise every week, I sure fail, right? As I said earlier, right? You set big dreams like it can be very hard. So what I'm going to do instead, more general, not say general, more easily achievable kind of goals like I want to move more. Move more. Is it difficult? No, I can move. So for example, instead of parking right below my house, I can park far away and then move. Right, this kind of thing I can do every day. Move more, right? Do brisk walking, which is easier. So if I don't miss the brisk walking, I can substitute with moving more, right? Moving can be walking, can be stretching. I just need to do more than what I'm doing in 2025. I think this is achievable, in bite size and realistic. Right? You try it, you tell me. Okay, that's for exercises. Then for food, I think I can improve more. So for example, sugar I can do without already. Kopi or kosong, you know, carbo like empty carbo stuff like junk food and all these I substitute with nuts and all this. Been doing well for the past years, right? But 2026 I want to up the game. Right? My weakness for food is sodium. Not sodium, salt, right? Salt. So I like very powerful, very strong flavored things, right? With a lot of salt, a lot of flavor. So I think that one is also not good, especially for hypertension. I have a tendency of hypertension. My family history has hypertension. So sodium is something definitely I need to bring it down. That's the difficulty, right? Sodium, bring it down. How to bring it down? If I eat a lot outside, then difficult, right? So my goal for 2026 is to eat one more meal per week at home. Slowly scale up. So home prep food, I can control the salt, right? So home prep, I may start doing on the 2nd or 3rd January 2026. Just once a week will do. So once I get into routine, I can scale it up slowly. Then I won't give up straight away. So if you ask me to eat home prep meal from then on, surely will fail one. So we need to take it one step at a time, bro. Right? So that's lesser sodium intake by trying to eat more home cooked food. Next is financial. Yeah. So this department, right? Usually I leave it up to my wife to do the cost cutting. Right? She's actually in charge of all our family expenses. Right? But I wish to help her in this department. Yeah, because ultimately my personal spending will trickle down into our family expenses. And I believe that financial health, right, for expenses form a bigger part of the picture than saving up. Yeah, because if you don't manage the outgoing costs, no point, no matter how much you save or how much you earn, you will be gone, right? So that's the one part that I wish to learn more, right? So I used to read books. I'm not a reader, but I do read some on money. Last time, I can't remember the author. I read Red Ocean, Blue Ocean. Yeah, that's for business strategy because last time I boss, right? So I try to learn about strategies. For investment, I used to read a lot about the Richest Man in Rome. That book is really opened up my mind about money, how you spend money. The Richest Man in Romania. Sorry, I can't remember the title. Okay, and the other one is Warren Buffett one. How she do the balance sheet. What is his idea on investment, right? But for 2026, I'm not looking into that. I want to learn about expenses, how to control properly, what are the tools I can use, what are the things I can learn. So my goal is not that expenses thing. My goal is to learn, right? So to break it down to easier part, I want to learn. I want to read at least 2 books for the whole year. It's a one line, only 2 books, better than nothing, right? Better than zero. At least I have some knowledge I can apply on the way. And you see the good thing about setting your bar low, right? When you hit it, you give you some morale. Then you want to read more, learn more, and apply more. So that's my philosophy. So just 2 books to up my knowledge on financial relating specifically to expenses, controlling and budgeting, right? So another thing is about savings. Savings. Now is more urgent than ever. I'm already coming to 50s. Yeah, so I'm still will renegotiate with my bank. Yeah, that's my main goal, is to negotiate for better installment plan and interest rate. For those who do not know they are in debt, you can actually call them up and ask to review or appraise, and talk to them how you can service the loan better. Every year I'll do that to try and bring down my interest rates. Yeah, but of course then the other side is you need to pay more lor, right? But with this side hustle with YouTube and all, I will be able to do that to service my loan better. Yeah, and also I want to put some aside to start to save for my retirement nest. So for my 2026 goal, right, is to two parts: lower the interest rate of my loan, and second part, to increase my savings. How much? That one is confidential. I need to know only. You don't need to know, right? So what did I cover? Productivity, health, and financial. Yeah, I think that's pretty good lah. The thing is, we try to not to overstretch our ambition. Not to like over promise ourselves. Set it small, set it low. My focus will be health, because health is everything at our age. Especially for men, somehow our health will decline like that. Boom. Steep decline. Not like slowly decline. It's like suddenly you just suddenly cannot walk, suddenly heart attack, suddenly this and that. Because we tend to ignore our symptom long term, right? Then it suddenly cannot tahan already, it just drop. So without health, money is gone, right? Because then we will be old age, we will be paying for doctors, not for retirement. Yeah. So my 2026, although I have all these category, I want to focus on my health, right? So I'm gonna put it on record. This is on video now. Move more, right, and less sodium, right? So what's your goal for 2026? Put it down in the comments, share with me, and right, let's try to do it together in 2026. Till then, I'll see you in my next one. Let's 加油 together. Ciao.